Welcome back to part 2 of the Desk Chronicles. In this episode, I finished the dang thing. It's all done. The desk is right next to me. I'm sitting at my desk and it looks so good. I'm so happy with it. Very excited for you all to see it and enjoy the video. First up, I do prime the desk. I used the primer because it's that crazy turquoise color, which I almost forgot that it was that color. So I primed the whole thing, I painted it again, spoiler, I'm indecisive, stained it, spoiler, stained it twice, oops. It's a whole process, so enjoy part 2 of the Desk Chronicles.
I don't know why, but in my family we always use these like mini rollers. It's just what we prefer. I don't know why, we just like them, they're cute. The desk is wobbling as I painted, so I'm hoping that that is just because of the concrete we're on, not at all because of the desk itself. That would be a real bummer. Do you like my painting outfit? It's a Troye Sivan t-shirt that I got at a concert of his 3 years ago. And it was pretty quickly clear that this image is just so dark. It's so dark you can barely tell it's him. So perfect for painting. Love you, Troy, but good for painting. So it has paint all over it and some bike shorts that I've had since high school that have holes in them. That about wraps up the primer portion of the show. I went back and forth a little bit on the color, and I was gonna do this like lavender color. It is pretty, and it's kind of like my favorite color of the moment, but it doesn't really go with the rest of my furniture or decor that I'm already going to be using in my room. So I wanted something that will be, you know, evergreen, so to speak. So let's have a little color reveal. Ooh, green. She's very green. Ooh. It's green. It's called Tender Seedling is the color. I don't like this color. I just painted this whole thing and it's not what I was going for. I thought maybe it would dry different because that does happen sometimes where you paint something on, it looks like a color and then it dries a little different. So I thought that might happen and I would like it better. I slept on it. I don't like it. So Lowe's actually has an awesome love your paint guarantee. So I actually was able to return it and get a different color. And now I'm very excited to repaint it. So I was originally thinking like a lilac, lavender, maybe periwinkle color, so I think I'm gonna go in that direction. I went back and I chose a color after a lot of thinking with my mom, thanks Mom, for a color called Imperial Lilac, and I'm really, really happy with it. The purple color I chose is very much the color of Rogelio from Jane the Virgin, which is one of my favorite shows, and he wears like all lilac all the time. So I took my time and chose this color Imperial Lilac, but when the guy finished making it and put a little sample on top, it looked so pink. But I actually just went back and he adjusted it, and you can see how perfectly it matches the actual paint sample I chose. Oh, I'm so excited for that. That is perfect. This is so exactly what I pictured. So happy. I've just never been a purple gal in any way, but it's like so cute. Last time I was under here, I found a spider. Now should I keep it purple green? Now that I have the purple, this green looks 10 times crazier than it did by itself. It looks ogre-like, Shrek-ish. So now it's time to address the stain. Now that I'm done with the painting portion, I can move on to staining my wood. And I want my stain to be essentially the color that it already is, because I like the tone of the wood as it is, but a little heightened and definitely seal it all in. So I went ahead and purchased a Polyshades polyurethane with a tint to it. So it's all in one step. I don't have to then also poly it. It's in the one can. In a color called Classic Oak. And it is much lighter in color, and it just adds just a touch of tint to my existing wood. Okay, so now I'm gonna get to the staining. This paintbrush is already ruined. I used it yesterday and I wrapped it all up. So they say to do a very thin layer. So I'm trying to keep it thin and also go with the grain of the wood. And definitely smooth out any strong brush marks you might see. It's looking kind of shiny right there, but it's a satin finish, so shouldn't be glossy once it's dry. And then once this is done, it has to dry for 8 hours. Now I'm going to go around and get the edges and let it dry for 8 hours.
Yes. Yes! Oh, I'm a fucking genius. Debbie's like, what is happening?
How come this has happened to me? Yay! Woo!
Yes!
Wow.
Oh, this is Debbie's like,
What the hecky?
what do you got in the back?
The decks! Woo 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 woo
Is that the way you
woo!
want it?
No, but I can move it. In order to get the desk in the room, Dad had to remove my door and also my closet door. So I got this beautiful vintage desk chair from a seller at the Long Beach Flea Market called Citrus Appeal. You can follow them on Instagram. And they cover vintage chairs with vintage fabric. So it's super stunning. And I just had to have it. I did not expect to go home with a desk chair or much of anything that day, but I really couldn't pass it up when I saw it.
So it took me a while to decide on the drawer pulls for my desk, and I looked everywhere online, Lowe's, Home Depot, whatever, and I found a ton of like those like bin pulls. They're like round little cup pulls, and I like them fine, but I just wasn't finding anything like unique enough for me. Eventually I found some that I really liked, and they were big enough to cover the old holes, but they were not available to order yet from this like custom hardware store, so I would have had to wait. And then I called them. I was like, is this available yet? Like a few weeks later, and they were like, no. And so I just had to give up on that, and I found one that I like on Wayfair. Ones from the custom cabinetry store were white, and I just kind of got that in my head. I was like, I like the idea of a white handle. So this is the handle. It's like kind of a geometric bin, but more modern and like kind of unique. So I ended up actually just spray painting them white.
I'm just going really, really light on the first one so that we don't get any drips.
Hello.
So we're drilling in new holes into my drawers to add the handles. So Dad, do you want to explain how you made a little template?
I made a little template. Basically, I just cut one side off a 12 pack of sodas and cut it further to like fit the width of the drawers. Then I measured across the middle so that we knew what the center top to bottom was. Found the center of that line and measured equal distances to both sides to match the inner holes of these handles, because they have two sets of holes, but the outer set of holes would be like too close to where the old holes were, and you know, Lucy's already filled those with wood fill. So I made the little, matched up the holes, poked holes into the cardboard. Oh, it's Diet Coke, look at that. And then just made a couple of little dots through those holes into the places where we're going to drill through right about now.
So it's all lined up and the same on every one.
Start slow. Wow. Wood is
Solid.
tough. Yeah, this is an old desk too. It's not like pressboard or something.
Yeah,
That's
it's
often
real.
hard to drill through. This is just
Solid.
what? I'm gonna give it a little more just to loosen it up.
So that's one done. So now we just got a few more. Before I give you the final reveal, I just wanted to take a stroll down memory lane and remember how crazy this desk looked. I mean, it is pink and also turquoise. And it was like a lavender color on the top. What even were they thinking? Anyway, it also had many layers of paint that I peeled off with my hands. And then I also stripped them with stripper. So let's get into the reveal. Okay, here's the big reveal. Oh my god, my desk is done. It's finally finished. I got those white handles on there. They look so amazing. I am just so glad to have this desk finished. It really inspired my entire room makeover, so keep an eye out for that video. It's coming up next on my channel. I got this cute little Pee-wee bobblehead at the flea market. I got some sewing books. I got some comedy books. I got some inspiration books, my sewing machine, of course, a little candle, and of course my Lonely Island lunchbox. What if I sat on the chair like a cool teacher, huh? Alright kids, this is the desk. And it's like not a big deal, but I finished it. Like you're gonna finish your paper, 5,000 words on my desk on Monday. That was originally what I wanted, was a teacher's desk. This is the final desk, and I'm just so glad to have a space to sew, to read, to write, to make videos. So if you're interested in seeing more, feel free to hit that subscribe button and follow me on Instagram @ScroungerUpper for more. Thanks for watching.